5'5" man who struggled to find a date undergoes excruciatingly painful 165K leg surgery that involved breaking his bones so he could add another 5 inches to his height. A 5'5" man underwent excruciatingly painful 165,000 leg surgery to add 5 inches to his height after spending years struggling to talk to women due to self-doubt over his stature. Moses Gibson, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, said he had been insecure about his height since just 15 years old after he saw other boys his age go through growth spurts which he didn't experience. The 41-year-old spent years dealing with unkind comments about his smaller size, which he admitted ate away at his self-confidence and left him plagued with insecurities that severely affected his dating life. In a desperate attempt to get taller, he tried taking medications, and even reached out to spiritual healer online who insisted they could help him grow. During surgery, the leg bone is broken and fixed to a special frame. With the support of the frame, the leg is stretched, allowing new bone to form in between the two broken ends of bone. Over time, this bone gets stronger until it's able to support your weight. Distraction can sometimes result in a significant increase in height, but it's a lengthy treatment and has a risk of complications, so isn't always recommended. Some people have pain during or after the limb lengthening procedure. Other possible complications include poor bone formation, fracture, infection, bone lengthening at an inappropriate rate, blood clots. Source NHS. But after other options failed, Moses eventually decided to go under the knife to increase his size. He has now received 2 cosmetic procedures, which cost him a whopping $165,000, and he is ecstatic with the results. I've struggled with my height. Even when I was in high school, I was always unhappy with my height, he said to SWNS recently. When I was like 15, I realized most of my peers were taller than me. It started getting to me gradually. I used to put things in my shoes to gain a little bit of height, but it wasn't very much. People made comments. Sometimes it wasn't in a mean way or intending to hurt, but they'd say, "St dude, you're a short man," or make a joke of it. While Moses said he is strong and a tough guy, he admitted that it all eventually started to get to him. So he began searching for ways to make himself taller. I just didn't feel good about myself. I was unhappy about it most of the time. It was my self-confidence in general, and with the ladies, it affected my dating life, he continued. I used to like clothes and shoes, but I started not feeling happy when I put them on and I wanted to look better. I bought medication online that promised to make you the height you're looking for. I took them for a while before realizing it was nonsense and stopped. I was talking to some spiritual healer online by email who promised they could heal any problem. During college, he came across a procedure that could expand the length of his legs, and he began working overtime so he could save up enough money for the surgery. After spending 3 years working as a software engineer during the day and as an Uber driver at night, he went under the knife for the first time in 2016. He added 3 inches to his height during the initial procedure, but still unsatisfied, he went under the knife again last month. Once he is finished with recovery, Moses will stand at 5 foot 10 inches. The surgery involved doctors breaking Moses' tibia and fibula bones and screwing magnetic, limb lengthening nails into them. He now has to use a height lengthening device 3 times a day, which pulls the cut bones apart 1 millimeter at a time. This encourages his body to create new bone tissue, which will fill the gap until his desired height is achieved. After the first procedure, I was happy with it to some extent, but it was always in my mind that I wanted to do the second one to complete it, he explained. I'm a high achiever, I'm a go-getter, so after the first one I thought, I've got the money and I can finish the journey. I'll be happy at 5 feet 10 inches. Moses admitted that there are times when the recovery has been really painful but said he has to work through it. The 41-year-old added that the surgery cured his insecurities, and left him feeling much more free. It also gave him the confidence he needed to talk to women, and he now has a girlfriend. Moses explained after the first surgery, I became less hesitant and less worried about the result when talking to women. I now have a girlfriend. I started wearing shorts and taking full body pictures which I never used to do. It's a crazy thing. Nobody should feel that way. In the end, he hopes that sharing his story will inspire others who feel the same way he did. I'd advise anybody who wants this to go for it. It's definitely worth it, he concluded. I'm definitely wanting to spread the word, and if it can help other people go through it then so be it. I'm glad. An pause.